All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol PLTR. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all my first-time viewers and investors, and to all my subscribers, welcome back. I have one announcement, and we'll jump into the chart. So I launched my website last week. I just want everyone to be aware of it, investfortomorrow.com. There is an intro video to give you some further insight on the purpose of the website and where it looks to go forward in the future, and how it's going to further develop. And we have our stock picks forum, our daily watch list, as well as the gathering of investors. I want every single investor to be aware of that. There's a place to rendezvous where everyone can discuss ideas and share their knowledge and experiences. And there's other forums that will be added on to the website over time as it's developed. So there's two options of becoming a member. You have to choose one or the other to gain access to the forums, and each one describes down below what you'll have access to. So I want to say thank you to all of you guys that have joined, and I also want to say thank you to all of you guys that have stopped by and checked out the website. It means a lot. It speaks in high volumes from your guys' end, and the website is completely optional. The link will be down below. You guys can check it out after this video. So here we are with PLTR stock, and PLTR stock had a run. I mean, it jumped almost a total amount of $7, and it leveled off at 30.10. When we look at this in the broader perspective, it's been working its way up, and this started off at a value of about $8, and it hit highs of about 33, and it fell down to almost 21. It held itself up pretty well. It started working its way up, broke through the 50-day moving average, and today it just went up to newer highs and hit newer resistance levels. I want to see, and I would love for you guys to comment down below what your thoughts are. Are the bulls going to be able to hold this up? Was this just a rally for today? And where do you see this stock going in the near future? I mean, PLTR has a lot of potential, and it's in a sector that it has opportunity to grow. And I believe I stated this in a video before, and if anybody wants to correct me, it's been actually a subsidiary, or it was angel invested by Facebook, right? For those of you that don't know what angel investors are, they basically help fund a startup or a company that is in the wrong trajectory. Sometimes when they're in the wrong trajectory, they kind of save them out, like they bail them out. Or an angel investor invests in a company because they see potential, and they fund the startup of the company, and they are basically giving a portion of their investment for a portion of the company. So before it even gets publicly traded. So I think that Facebook is part of that. If anybody wants to look up an article on that, or if they already know this and wants to reconfirm that for me, you're more than welcome to. But I saw something on that. I mentioned it when I started doing these videos. And just by knowing that, if that is correct, and anyone, like I said, you guys are more than welcome to correct me or agree with me if I'm correct. That right there is reassuring that this has potential and opportunity. So since this ran up, I would love to see your guys' thoughts, and how much more do you think this can run? Or is it kind of going to just be volatility upwards and volatility back down, and it's going to take time to hit newer highs? So the highest point reached was up here at 33 and some change, but I remember stating to you guys that I like this one right here at 31.83 because that is the highest point before it fell, and this was a very volatile candlestick. Obviously, if it breaks through 31.83, the next point of reference would be up here at 33.50. So we can write those two down. If you missed those videos, I'm really glad to be able to point them out again. 31.83 is very important in the near term, and 33.50 for this to hit newer highs and new resistance levels. But let's go ahead and see our resistance levels for tomorrow and our support, and we're going to kind of break this down and see every bit of it. So our support's down here. You can see that that's the point where it kind of leveled off before it continued to run. And if you want to kind of have a midway point here at 28.11, you can kind of write that down to have it as another support level. But I don't think the volatility would be that big in that direction, but if it was to go in that direction, at least you have this midway point before getting to support. So our 50-day moving average is 25.57. I want every single investor to write that down. 25.57. As long as we're above it, we're in bullish territory. The moment we're below it, we're in bearish territory. For the bulls to continue this momentum, they need to break through 30.38. I want every single investor to write that down. 30.38 is our resistance. It needs to be broken through and turn into a support so that the bulls can continue to work their way up to newer highs and pull further away from the 50-day moving average in an upward direction. They need to, that's my emphasis there, need to break through resistance to continue the momentum and hit newer highs. Now, I have stated earlier, 28.11 is a good midway point, but our true support is way down here at 26.81. And if 26.81 is broken through, I want to emphasize to all investors, pay very close attention to how this stock is reacting, how quickly is it moving to newer lows, and getting closer to the 50-day moving average in a downward direction, right? Because 26.81 to the 50-day moving average, we can see the behavior of this stock and who is dominating. Are the bulls trying to reappear, or are the bears tearing this one down? Because even though we're still in bullish territory, breaking through this support is getting the bears closer to their goal, which is breaking through the 50-day moving average and getting into bearish territory. I hope that with these cues, you guys are well equipped for tomorrow's trading day. I look forward to seeing your guys' comments and thoughts on this one down below. And if anybody can answer that question for me about the angel investing with Facebook, you guys are more than welcome to go ahead and do that. I also want to say thank you once again to all of you guys that have joined the website. And for those of you that haven't seen it, I encourage you guys to go check it out. To become a member is optional, but it is being developed, and I look forward to all the great things I'm going to be able to share on there. As always, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community, and don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watched this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money. At the end of this video, there's going to be a pop-up video, and in that video, I will be discussing about the S&P 500 index and how it's been rising several points on scheduled dates. As you see here on the graph, these circles are the dates that the pumps have happened, and I use them as examples to show you guys how much the stocks have risen, and the S&P 500 index rose on those dates. And the reason why it's rising is due to the fact that the Federal Reserve is pumping the markets. On these dates, the charts and the dates speak for themselves, as we can see it here, and I break it down into more detail in the video. But just to summarize it, on these dates, the S&P 500 rises, and there's individual ticker symbols rising up with it, anywhere from 30 cents to $3 per share. I know it may not seem like a lot, but per share that does add up, and these individual ticker symbols are giving you back profits. These are profits, and like I always say, profits are profits. Whether it's $1 put into the market and you get back $2, you've put in an initial investment and you got back more than what you started with. That's what it's all about. And also in the video, I go into further detail showing you guys these dates and showing you how much it rose. Like, for example, this was one of the last pump dates, and the lowest point that it reached was down here at 35.11, and the highest point reached was 35.57. That's like a 40-point jump. And here we're seeing the same thing. It went down to 35.88, and it rose up to about, I'd say, let's see, this is all still in the same day. It rose up to about a total amount of 36.23. When you do the math, that's almost a 40 to 50 point jump, and there's individual ticker symbols rising up with this. Now, I'm not there to guarantee you profits. I'm not there to tell you to buy, sell, or hold anything in particular. I'm just here to inform every single investor on the great news, on the opportunity to maximize profits and minimize losses. You have to do your due diligence and research, but these charts and the dates speak for themselves. I mean, this was probably one of the largest jumps that I've seen in the last couple of pumps, and it was down here at 33.02, and it rose up to about 33.88. That was an 80-point jump. There was probably ticker symbols rising up more than $3 per share on those dates. And even on these dates, there's individual ticker symbols rising more than $3 per share. Check it out. See for yourselves. And my best advice is look for ticker symbols that may be resembling the behavior of the S&P 500 index, and you'll be able to go ahead and give it a shot. Check it out. Again, I'm not there to tell you to buy, sell, or hold anything in particular. I'm not there to guarantee you profits. I'm just here to go ahead and share the information along with every single viewer and investor. The video should be popping up soon. If you haven't seen it already, pop up. There is the link down below in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.